Life sets you up for challenges you never know are coming.
2 million Americans a year will hear the words, "You have cancer." My journey started at 10:43 a.m. on April 1st of 2022. I get a notification on my phone. It says clinically significant prostate cancer likely. And so I got the news, processed it, kind of went through all of the stages of grief that you go through.
A big round of applause for Dr. Jeff Reynolds.
Dr. Jeffrey Reynolds.
Dr. Jeffrey Reynolds.
Dr. Jeffrey Reynolds.
I had always been the helper. Spent 35 years in the not-for-profit world assisting other folks. I walked through folks during their deepest and darkest times. And suddenly my world was turned upside down. I was no longer the helper, I was the one looking for help. I needed to open up and accept that. And sometimes when we're in an unwinnable situation, you have to step back and embrace your vulnerability. You have to let people in. You experience connections you never dreamed possible, and you experience miracles that you never dreamed possible.
The big difference between health and fitness, they're two really, really different things. You could be the most fit person in the world and still have a health complication. 2 cancers, 2 years, not a single symptom whatsoever. And there's actually, some emerging data around endurance athletes and the fact that we sometimes do have symptoms that go ignored.
Dr. Jeffrey Reynolds is a 2-time cancer survivor. After overcoming his first diagnosis, he was later faced with stage 3B colorectal cancer, a much tougher fight. But he refused to give up, and he beat it too.
One of the things I'm trying to do is to share the experiences with folks about early detection. According to the American Cancer Society, you're a survivor as soon as you're diagnosed. But there's this whole portion of the world that says as long as you're undergoing treatment, you're a warrior. Then you become a survivor. When you finish treatment, you think, oh, it's like a Hallmark card. I'm all done. This is great. Woohoo, I'm finished. Chemo is cumulative. And so that all kicks in when you're done, but there's other side effects too. And some of those really good side effects are things like gratitude and a new appreciation, a new understanding, more introspection than maybe you had before. The kind of mindset around triathlon is it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to suck. No matter what you do, being on the bike for that long, running that long is lousy. There's a place in marathon running where you're at like mile 18. So you're far in, you've been running for a couple hours. You're not close enough where you're finished by any stretch of the imagination. And we call it the wall. And literally your legs feel like cement and your brain and the rest of your body is arguing. Why are you doing this? This is the dumbest thing you've ever done. There's some really ugly moments where you're arguing with yourself. And so you have to get through some really, really tough times. This is uncomfortable. It sucks. It's lousy. Acknowledge it and move on. Just keep going. On the mornings when I felt nauseous, I'm like, I throw up during marathons all the time. Like I throw up during the swims on triathlons. You wipe your face off and you keep going.
Sometimes pain becomes purpose. That sometimes suffering and struggle become strength. And sometimes setbacks become incredibly amazing comebacks.
I felt better on the days that I exercised. And there were days when it was hard. And I just kept telling myself, the hardest thing is lacing up your sneaker. The first mile is easy. Lace up your sneakers and get outside. Take the first step.
The only difference between surviving and thriving when things don't go your way is deciding that you're going to find another way.
But part of doing it is getting comfortable with being uncomfortable.
When one person in our community struggles, we all struggle just a little bit.
When things don't go your way, keep going.